says the sedan is an endangered species at General Motors. Buick doesn't have one anymore, and GMC never did. Chevrolet still has the Malibu, but it doesn't seem long for this world. But Cadillac has two. There's the CT5 and my tester, the compact CT4 sports sedan. What helps the CT4 earn that sports sedan badge is its rear-wheel drive platform. You can get it that way, or as with my tester, you can opt for all-wheel drive. The CT4 starts at $36,198 in luxury trim with rear-wheel drive. I have the premium luxury, which begins at $38,998, but mine is optioned to $48,918. Part of that is $2,200 for the all-wheel drive. The base engine is a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder, which makes 237 horsepower, and mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. For an additional $28.75, my tester is upgraded to a 2.7-liter turbo that gives me 310 horsepower and 350 foot-pounds of torque, and with a 10-speed automatic. If you want to go a step beyond, you can opt for the CT4V, which also uses the 2.7-liter but tunes it to 325 horsepower. And from there, Cadillac is offering a limited number of the CT4V Blackwing with a twin-turbo V6 making 472 horsepower and with a track-ready suspension. My tester isn't the V, and it's definitely not the Blackwing, of course, but it still has a very punchy little engine with quick acceleration and lots of passing power. But it isn't always well served by its transmission, which shifts nicely for the first 4 gears and then can hang up for too long before it finds the next ones. It can sometimes seem confused when it's figuring out the highest gears, or it can lurch at low speeds if you tap the throttle and catch it off guard. I think it's got too many gears, and that 8-speed might be a better fit with this engine too. The engine-transmission combination also gets loud when you ask it for full power, and not in a good and rumbly way. On hard acceleration, the car sounds cheap. Now, this car isn't truly expensive as Cadillac's go, but it wears that badge, and so it should be delivering its power smoothly and confidently and quietly. It needs to sound like a Cadillac. But I can't fault the handling, which is sports sedan all the way. The steering is sharp and tight and perfectly weighted. The car is beautifully balanced and flat around corners, and the brakes are confident. Front-wheel drive gets the job done, but rear-wheel drive, or rear-wheel bias as on my all-wheel, makes everything that much better when you want to have some fun with your wheels. Inside, the CT4 is typical of a sports sedan. It's got legroom for the front passengers, while those in the rear are a bit cramped. The trunk is deep though, so you have room for luggage on a road trip. The cabin design is simple but handsome, although it could use a bit more small item storage in the console. You get leatherette upholstery on the luxury, while my premium luxury adds real cowhide with seat memory settings, and the front chairs are both heated and cooled. They're supportive and comfortable, and they stay that way on a longer trip. A heated steering wheel is included as well. Some automakers think it's a good idea to put functions in the screen where you have to page through menus or tap a spot on the dash to get something to work. But these are toggles, these are buttons, these are dials. You can turn up the heat, cool down your seat, or adjust the volume on your opera station with far less distraction than doing it through a menu. The 8-inch screen is a good size because I don't need a big screen television on my dash. It's a touch screen, but you can also bring up the functions and move between many of them using the console-mounted buttons and dials. My car's system includes navigation, bundled with a premium audio system for $1,440. I also have a sunroof for $1,295, which is often included on competitors. Overall, the CT4 has its strong and weaker points. It's a fun car to drive with sharp handling and good feel, and a good-looking and comfortable interior, at least for the front seat passengers. On the minus side, I'd like a lot more sound deadening in it to soak up that engine noise, and I'd give it a better transmission for a far more refined driving experience. The company has said the CT4 and the CT5 will be the last all-new Cadillac sedans with fuel fillers as it prepares to go electric. Hard to believe that after almost 120 years of gas-powered Cadillacs, this car might well be the last of its type. For Driving.ca, I'm Jill McIntosh. And for more news and reviews, be sure to visit us on Instagram and Twitter.